Hey guys, this is Blue Forest. So I just want to talk about arenas for a bit because a few of the arenas have been nerfed. I don't know if you noticed. But I just want to go over arenas because right now we have four of them running on basically a 1 month schedule, right? Running a week at a time. And two of them recently have been significantly downgraded. One of them went from very good to bad, and the other one went from bad to beyond terrible, horrendous, and outrageous. Just awful, okay? So I noticed yesterday that the resource bounty running right now has been nerfed in a major way. When it first came out, it was actually quite good. You were getting between 200 and 300 energon per day if you did all milestones plus rank. You could get a couple thousand in a week doing that. That's worthwhile. Now, however, you will see that most of the energon is gone. So the first handful of milestones give none. You just get a little bit of ore and gold. And then when you do start getting energon, it's only 5. For each milestone until the very end when you get 10. And by the way, they changed the maximum milestone from 350,000 points, which is, easy and fast, to 1.5 million, which is way more grinding, especially using 4-star bots. And so it looks like now you're going to get a maximum of maybe 50 energon if you complete all milestones plus rank, but of course rank is only giving you 5 energon as well. So for the most part, resource bounty is now an utter waste of time. Okay, I did it today just to kind of see, but I don't plan on doing it again, and I don't really recommend it unless you're just really desperate for a little bit of extra energon. When it comes to Overlord's Favor, which I'm sure you all remember, it was the glorious, terrible arena from the old game that everyone dreaded. Well, when they released it again in the Netflix version of the game, amazingly, it was even worse, which I did not think was even possible. But when it came out, a month ago or whatever, it was even worse. However, they made that even worse because they nerfed that as well. When the new Overlord's Favor came out, you were getting a tiny amount of energon for milestones, like, 2 or 3 energon or something like that for each milestone. Now that's gone. You're not even getting that. So Overlord's Favor became the worst, most pathetic arena in the history of the game. I mean, it's just awful. What a waste of time. I don't know what they were thinking with that. They should just remove it and replace it with something else, like anything else, honestly. The other two arenas that we have are still good. I am just worried that they're going to nerf them, right? So we have the SIG arena, which is pretty good for the time being. You get some 4 and 5-star SIGs, useful, and it maxes out at the 350,000 point milestone, which is easy, right? If you have a decent roster of 4-star bots, you can get through it in one round of arenas, finish all milestones, then you're done. The Spark bounty that we just had is also pretty decent. You get a nice chunk of T4 and T5 essence, helps you to form those sparks, useful for rank ups. Those are fine for now, as long as they don't get nerfed. That's the thing. So Netflix, if you're listening, please do not nerf those arenas. Just don't do that. That would be really, really dumb. So my recommendation would be, do the SIG one, do the Spark one, just finish milestones. Nobody cares about rank anyway, and you don't need it. So do those because they're easy to finish and the rewards are pretty good. I would not bother at all with Overlord's Favor ever, and Resource Bounty I would only do if you were absolutely desperate for energon. The other thing that I wanted to mention, though, is the one good thing that I have been seeing lately is the reintroduction of the 5-star shark attack teams in arenas, right? So you have the shark teams. By the way, if you're not doing those, I do recommend you do them almost every time you see them because they give you those shards for sharks, which you will want, right? So if you don't know, sharks are the best forge food in the game. They're fantastic. They're so useful for forging, and a few of them are actually just fun to play with. But you have to get sharks through accumulating shards through the arena teams. You can't buy the sharks in the store. You're not getting them through story rewards. So you have to get them through the shards that you get through arenas, and you can also only dupe them that way, by the way, because you can't buy them from the store, right? So once you start getting some 2-star sharks, you rank those up. Once you eventually forge those away, then you can get shards for 3-star sharks and 4-star sharks. You're going to want them. And so now that we have the 5-star Shark Attack Arenas teams, those are giving the most amount of shards, right? Because you're getting, for the most part, 2-star Shark shards for the Shark Attack Arena teams. The 5-star Shark Attack teams are giving, I think, 100 shards each. So seeing those, running those, will just give you some more shards, and that will lead to more, 2-star Shark crystals. So those are actually one of the few good things we have in arenas right now. So when you are doing arenas, I would recommend that you do the shark attack teams whenever you see them. And so that's all I have to say about arenas, guys. I just wanted to kind of go over them quickly because, arenas can be very time consuming, right? If you're grinding them a lot, you can spend hours doing them, and you don't want to do that unless the rewards are actually worth your while, right? So only do the arenas that are actually giving good rewards that you actually need. Otherwise, I would spend your time elsewhere, okay? So I hope all of you guys are well, and we'll be in touch again next time. Take care.